now that we've laid the groundwork and the foundation, it's over to you.
Yeah.
I think the most interesting part, I want to talk about contracting.
Yeah, indeed. So let's zoom a bit back in time, 3-4 years when we didn't have the unified support contract. Like we briefly touched, you had the Premier Support offering where you basically, in cooperation with Microsoft, determined your requirement, and then Microsoft dropped the price for it, and you negotiate and you have your level of support. Then slightly they were changing that to the unified support offering, basically offering the same wine in a different bag. And they chose a different price model, like you explained, with adapting a percentage. And at first it was a choice, but we already knew when they were introducing this that it wouldn't be a choice for very long. So now it's mandatory. There's only one option. There is the unified support contract. What's my main concern with this offering is it's a must. It's only one choice. There is not another way in having a level of support from Microsoft. And this, I think, is not a very good development. Coming back to the unified support contract, like you also briefly touched in the beginning of the podcast, in the past you had your software assurance benefits, and Microsoft would apply an additional discount by using your software assurance benefits credits as well. So Microsoft, 2 years ago, also removed that from your offering as well. So in the past, you would have a discount. That discount has been removed. And now we see they're not only renewing at the same level of support, but they're increasing the prices as well for unified support. So in the past year, we've been talking with a lot of clients around this topic. On the licensing part, you have your price hikes and price increases, and those are very clear. But these price hikes we have to deal with our clients are just being insane. Clients, like you touched, going from 100 to 300 or even more in their annual spend for annual support. So clients become more critical in their requirement for unified support. And basically what I see in the market is either you have a client that's very satisfied with the level of unified support, or they hate it, but they just buy it as an insurance policy to please the internal population. Yeah, my recommendation would be, if you are going up for your unified support contract, just take a look on what you're actually using. Take a first look on how many support cases have we submitted. There, you've touched a lot of nice functionality that's within the unified support offering, but are you really using all of that? So I don't know, but we see a lot of cases when we ask our clients that not all clients are aware of what they're actually using from the unified support offering. So therefore, I think this podcast is good. So clients have a very good view on what's in it and what's the difference between what's included in your license and not. So clients should make that inventory, make your inventory on how to approach that. And don't try to see it as an insurance, because in the end, Microsoft is I think, a very good and solid organization. And if you have a technical problem, they in the end will help you. It's good to have that insurance policy, but know what the insurance entails, because it helps, but it's not the holy grail. What's also a different and an interesting approach is, because of all the price hikes, clients are asking us, do we have any alternative? So you now see a lot of companies coming up that offer the same level of support as Microsoft does. What they actually do is they have their own unified support contract with Microsoft, and they are trying to offer the same level of support as well. And when you compare the level of support, there is not much change at it at all. So what we would recommend is talk with your existing partner and see what they can offer in your specific situation with regards to unified support. Because I think if you really drop down to what you really need and ask your current partner, can we use that? The answer might be, yes, we can. And probably
what's interesting here, obviously, is that you have a lot of these companies that, for them, it doesn't really matter where they log the ticket, right? So they have their go-to people. And usually, it's a company that's a Microsoft partner. If that Microsoft partner doesn't know what they're doing, or they can't figure it out, or they don't understand the issue, they will use their own partner support program to log that ticket with Microsoft, and the customer might not even be aware. So you have that unified support contract, but you're leveraging your partner anyway. Yeah. So why do you still have that insurance?
Indeed, yeah, and that's the funny part. And it even becomes more funny when clients do not, we're really not that satisfied and we're not using it. Let's do it to play on the safe side. For us, it's a bit funny, but it's always difficult to see.
So why do you think that many of the organizations still choose to buy the expensive unified support?
Basically, I think it's an insurance policy to in case something goes wrong, then we always can say, we had the maximum level of support from Microsoft. We literally bought everything. So if something goes wrong, then you have that insurance in place. I think that's how it's perceived. It's not reality at all, because it's not how it works. We've seen cases where clients did not have any unified support and they had a very big issue. Microsoft, even though helped them, they then after said, might be a good idea now to close a unified support contract. Then often clients will do that. But it's not mandatory, and it's not like if you don't have it that Microsoft will not help you. They are a solid organization and they will help you.
Yeah, so it's mainly about risk.
Risk.
Yes, right?
Yeah.
So risk is always an issue where we hear from companies that they said, I think I want to get rid of it, but I'm unsure what my risk is going to be if I do stop.
Yeah.
So what can we do then to make sure that I do have this contract, but I'm not paying an arm and a leg in order to get that risk
Indeed. Yeah.
down?
Yeah. And it really depends on the type of client you are. If we have clients that are really focused on cost awareness and really want to get every penny out of them, then we see a small shift of clients moving away from unified support to the partner landscape. We've seen in the past year the first few clients moving away. My gut feeling is that will be more and more, because Microsoft will not change the approach here. They will try to keep the same price level as they should. I think it's a no-brainer for a client to at least investigate the options as well. So that's actually if we have some recommendations. First, check it with your Microsoft partner if they can have the same level of support. If not, there are a lot of companies out there as well, also Microsoft partners, that can offer that same level of support. In addition, I would say just double check what you need. Check how many cases have we submitted in the past year, and what was the severity of those cases. Did our company stand still, or was it just a glitch? Is it worthwhile spending tons and tons on unified support? Not up to us to decide, but I can imagine that if you are a cost-aware company, that you should take that into account. Also, why you should involve your Microsoft partner, they will offer it at a lower price than Microsoft. And not half of the price, but maybe even sometimes lower. So you will pay less with a partner for the same level of support. So let's say if you have a strategy where you are involving your partners, but for whatever reason, maybe internal reasons, you want to have that insurance policy, then you can use that partner offering in your negotiation with Microsoft. Because in the end, it's difficult to negotiate, very difficult. But if you have the right approach, there's still options within the unified support contract. For instance, and Microsoft will hate us for saying this, but if you are able to go without unified support contract for a while, then they will move to your way because they want you on the unified support offering. Because for them, strategically, it's not only for them to utilize every piece of technology, but also they have insights in your actual developments. They will see if there's a new opportunity. They will see if you like, for instance, Copilot. So they want to know that. So they really want to have that service organization on board to have more insight to you as a client, which you as a client can benefit from. But it's always good to know that, Microsoft is doing everything they can to get the unified support contract on board. So in that negotiation, don't be afraid to walk away. It's basically something you should do, because then otherwise you would have to pay the initial price they will provide to you. There are some points that I need to address for our clients. And if you ever need help, from a client perspective with this is also a service we offer, and we can help with that.